back, everybody. Thanks for sticking with us. Jerry Honor. Am I pronouncing that correctly, Jerry? Honor? Yeah, good. Is our guest. We're talking about John Butterfield and all that he accomplished. John Butterfield really had a humble beginning. I mean, he came up the hard way.
Yes, he did. Now, he was born in the Helderbergs of southern New York, but at an early age, he went to Albany and I think 1827, and worked for a stage line there. And very shortly, he was in Utica, and from 1820 to 1850, and in the 50s. Now, when he got to Utica, at that time, he grew so big, involved with stage lines, that he had 40 stage lines in upstate New York with 83 stages coming and going from Utica. That's why he was chosen for this contract. He was the biggie. Yeah. Now, Wells Fargo and Company, there's a great deal of confusion about that. Now, why didn't they bid on the contract? They weren't a stage line. Mm-hmm. They were not a major stage line until 1867. They had no experience.
If I recall my history correctly, Jerry, Theodore Faxton is Utica's great philanthropist.
Yes.
Brought Butterfield to Utica.
Yeah, I see his gravestones, many Faxton names in there.
Yeah. Let's talk about what I thought that the Butterfield Trail, the Overland Express Mail Trail, was already a nationally designated route.
No, it isn't. Now, I notice you use the term express. Now, that express does not apply at all to stage lines in general. Express means straight through, and stages mean going in stages, you know. And
gotcha.
So there is a difference here. I notice in Arkansas they use that term, and I corrected them. Do not use the term express. See, these are differences.
Gotcha.
And
yeah.
It has not been designated a trail. Now, the Central Overland Trail got most of the immigrants on it. That's why it's foremost in the historians' minds. The Southern Overland Trail did not get that much attention. It's about to, though. It was a very important trail. It only got 60,000 immigrants to settle the West, but it was an important road to connect. It was the first government-sanctioned road to connect the East to the West because of that mail line.
Yeah. No, where's there's some legislation in the Congress, isn't there?
Yes, I just got noticed, very excited about it after 10 years. In 2009, President Obama signed into legislation the funding for the Resource Study Act. It was finished a few years ago, and it is now being floored in the Senate. I got a notification from the Senate last week. Senator John Bozeman, Arkansas, is the main sponsor. It has just been tabled in the Senate. It's in its first stage, and within 2 weeks, I expect to see it done.
What good will that do to have this? What will that bring about?
When this happens, because of that designation, there will be funding for kiosks, historical markers, et cetera, all along the trail because of its prominence. Unfortunately, many of the information along the trail now, by some of our National Historic Sites along the trail, have a great deal, they need to be upgraded, I'll tell you, because there's a lot of misinformation. It's not because, it's simply because 40 years ago we did not have the information we have now.
The post office has a station in Utica, Jerry, Butterfield Station.
Yes, I have noticed that.
Yeah.
Pretty cool.
The future for all of this, do you think it's been overlooked, what Butterfield did and the importance of that trail, and do you think in the future we might see more attention to it?
Definitely we will. What's happening.
Yeah.
You know, it's been my mission for 50 years, and now it's happening because it was the most important trail. It's the longest stagecoach line in the world, and a lot of colorful accounts,
Yeah.
about this trail.
Were any of those stages attacked?
This is a very good question. Part of the miss. First of all, no Butterfield stage was ever robbed by outlaws. No, only once was it attacked by Indians at Apache Pass stage station, right near the ending of before the service was terminated and transferred to the Central Overland Trail. It was called because of the Bascom affair and Cochise. Cochise actually okayed Butterfield Station there and traded wood for corn to them. But then, because of Bascom affair, that's another subject, long story. That was when Cochise turned against the white man and he attacked one of Butterfield's stages. Didn't stop it, slowed it down, and only the conductor survived the wound. Nobody was ever killed on a Butterfield stage except by the wild mules flipping the stages over.
And when you say conductor, you mean the guy that's like riding shotgun?
Very good. Didn't have a shotgun back then. Yes, he was a conductor, but the conductor after that, see, they didn't carry valuables. He was ordered not to. So that it was not a mission of outlaws to hold them up. And it's surprising, and many of them didn't carry guns. It's quite a story. Some did, of course, like in Apache Pass, because that was a dangerous area. And at Dragoon Springs Stage Station, where one of the employees survived a horrendous attack there in building the station. William Buckley was from Watertown, New York. He was the one who helped build that station. Most of the people on this line were from upstate New York, including most of the stage drivers.
What brought it all to an end, I mean, it was very successful, but what brought it to an end was something even more successful, the railroad.
Well, that brought the Overland Trail to an end. Now, Butterfield service ended in March of 1861 because the Confederates were coming in. They were told to hightail it out of there fast for the Central Overland Trail, transfer everything they could up there, and continue the contract as the Union held. Now, the railroad wasn't completed through Arizona in the south until 1880. At the Central Overland Trail was 1869. But Butterfield service ended 19 years before the railroad came through the area because of the Civil War.
Yeah.
The Confederates were coming in fast.
Yeah, and Butterfield put together a group of these express companies, and it became American Express, yes?
Oh, there's a great story. You know, of course, some have confused that the American Express somehow connected to Butterfield's Overland Mail Company. There was no connection. But Butterfield, now he had transportation lines, he had railroads, packet boats, and steamboats on the Great Lakes. He had all kinds of transportation, and he had the idea, let's ship parcels.
Yeah.
An express company, and of course the famous William Fargo, who was born near Syracuse, New York, in Pompeii, and then Henry Wells, just 50 miles west of there. They started small companies, and so they didn't want to compete. They joined together into one company and then split up the area.
Yeah,
And
I got to jump in here because we're out of time, but I've got a ton more questions. Maybe
Oh.
you'll come back again someday and we can talk some more.
Certainly.
Jerry Arnott, thank you so much. That's going to do it for us this week. We'll be back next week. We'll do it all again. Don't forget CNYhomepage.com. There's lots of good stuff there. Until next time, take care of yourself, everybody.